Hey, welcome back to Sarge Streams. I'm Sarge, and I'm bringing podcasts to the front lines. Hey, guys, welcome to Sarge's Tales from the Trenches. This is episode 3. We're just talking about music reactions, life. There's some changes in YouTube that are going on, which are good for me. Ever since I changed from just to bring this back to perspective for everybody, not that I'm some kind of expert, because I'm not, but I basically did a year and about 2 months in gaming, and then I switched over to this music thing. So, we're almost at year 3 total for the channel, so a year and a half apiece, roughly-ish, maybe a little bit more for the music side, but, I'm still relatively new to this. And that's, why we had revisions in channel look and feel, and what was I going to do, and how was I going to present myself over here in the music space, and, it led to a bunch of different things. But one of the things that I really fought with was like, okay, I had just gotten memberships when I kind of switched over, maybe by a couple months, basically, like I said, and, could monetize the channel. And I was thinking, okay, well, how do, what do I do now, and how do I do that? Because I don't want anyone excluded from content, but YouTube, thankfully, because before they were like, unless I set it like, again, I'm trying to create the content, I'm trying to produce it out there. I was learning all this stuff by myself, pretty much trying to figure out how to make what we know now. And ultimately, when it's said and done, I just didn't have enough time in the day to be like, go in manually after every single video, after a certain period of time, and track all that stuff and then release it out to the public. Like, I didn't like that idea, but I did definitely like the idea of giving my members more, because they're giving me extra support. Like, this is the only way I get support. Either you watch the video and you spread it around, because a lot of them are copyright, or memberships. I don't have Patreons and things of that nature out there, at least not at this point anyway. So this is what I'm looking to do, and this is how I'm trying to do it, of course. So YouTube, let's get to that. Ultimately, here's the thing with YouTube. They basically made it where now you have the option to basically send all your content to your members, and then set a date when it will go public, which is freaking fantastic, man. Like, that's exactly what I want, and it's like, that gives the members a little bit extra, like they're supposed to have, and you would want to do. At the same time, it does not exclude anybody. Again, this is not a big old post about, hey guys, come be a member. It is explaining it on my behalf, but like, it's more so you understand. Like, I don't want to exclude the masses of people that would, still, regardless, they've subscribed. I want them to get like everything that everybody else gets. But like, yeah, I can see an early access for members. I think that's great. And I guess basically when it's all said and done, this allows me to do that. So when you see things in the, if you go to my page and on the channel, you will see, the members only section. It's the first one, after the shorts and things of that nature. So if you're a Grenadian now and you're just subscribed and you're not a member at the moment, you'll see what's coming to the channel to you. So I mean, that's great. At the same time, like I said, it does give the members some time to view stuff a little earlier than everybody else would get it, and that's the podcast like this here. That's my musical moments, and obviously any kind of music reactions. And I'm not always going to just give the members stuff first, but for the most part, yes, I am. It's just is what it is, as far as the membership, when it, like I touched on last time, just to get it out of the way, like I said, they're 99 cents. I'm not trying to gouge people, because I know, like, I am creating things of entertainment for people, and I'm not trying to, like, how do I want to say that? I'm not trying to, like, downplay what I do, but at the same time, like, it's not as if I'm Jeff Castellucci here, or I'm whatever. I'm just creating, I'm on a small, small level way down here in the bottom of some tadpole pond, but, and it's like, I just don't feel like I have memberships. I think they go up to like $2.99 or $3.99 max, but like they start at 99 cents, and it's for the entire month. It's not like, you know, and it's like, I don't know, I want you guys to enjoy it. I want you to absorb it and come into it, and I definitely would love for you to become members and things of that nature, but like at the same time, like I don't think I have to gouge you, you know, because the goal isn't get rich quick scheme here, you know. The goal is just to provide you with usually 10 to 15 minutes of video where you can just kind of, I don't know, just take your mind off what you got going on in your life for a minute. And I don't try to get too deep into anything. Like, I have deep thoughts, and I have thoughts about politics and all this other crazy shit you see in the news. But like, that's most of those places, most of the things with the music channel, that's not a place for those, you know. Like, this might be a better forum for that, but even then, it's like, I'm not trying to alienate people, because there's a lot of people out there that just I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there that have never learned that they're not in the 7th grade anymore. Okay, and what I mean by that is, you can have a difference of opinion, right? I can have a difference of opinion with you, but it doesn't mean I have to hate you. You see what I'm saying? Like, now, obviously, certain things, of course, that's crazy, and nobody wants to hear or see that, you know. But I'm talking about just, you know, like, I think the sky looks I don't know, aqua blue, and you think it looks more of a royal blue, and now all of a sudden you have to hate me because of it. You know, it's stupid. You know, it's like I said with politics, this example, I sit in the middle. I've always sat in the middle. And I think there's good ideas in the middle, but I also think there's good ideas on the left and the right. And I just think we should use those ideas when they present them. But it seems like left and right are always so busy trying to undo what the other does, you know. And I'm not saying that like we're immune, because we're sitting in the middle watching this fight, you know. And it's like, what are we doing, right? You know, I get it. I understand it. But like, when it all comes down to it, it's like, I don't hate people. You know, like, people let politics and all this, I know this is getting into a rant, but people are let politics and little things like that define their entire existence. And, you know, like, you see them on Facebook every day. There's got to be one person in your feed that's all they do is eat, live, sleep, breathe politics. Where, I mean, it's kind of like me with these music reactions, and as many times as I post on the community post, I know. But like, that's how it is in as far as, like, you know, Joe Biden sucks, or no, I love Joe Biden. You know what? When it comes to politics, 99.9% of the time for me, I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass. But like, you know, it's like, I don't hate you because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we need to relearn that. You know, I don't know. Anyway. Hey, I also want to give a shout out. The music that you're hearing in the background is from Aim to the Head Official. They're on YouTube. And let me see if I can go to their, I don't know if it'll take me out. It'll probably take me out, but it is Aim to the Head Official. There'll be a link down in the description by the time you guys see this. Go show their page some love. They do hellified work. They're actually quite an inspiration when I do my musical moments. I want to do something similar. But I want my themes to be a little different, as you well know. I'm more about landscape and creating environments where they're kind of very specific when it comes to what they're looking for. It's dark clubbing and things like that, EDM, cyberpunk, dark techno. Hey, look, I love all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. That's the kind of music I dig. But like, I think my themes would be just a little different in that case. But like, it's not. Again, they're not. Maybe the mission's the same. I don't know them personally, but you know, I can't speak for them, but I'm sure they're upstanding. But it just, like I said, the themes would be different. But I like the idea of what's going on here, because I like a lot of ambient music, because I do a lot of crap right here, you know, where I'm talking to you guys, I'm making thumbnails, or I'm you know, setting up a music reaction, I'm learning something new editing wise, trying to teach myself half this stuff. You know, it's like, I know sometimes it looks like a 5th grader did it compared to some of these pros out here, but like, that's the only way I'm going to learn, right? I mean, it just really is what it is. It's like, this is how it's going to be. You know, but just, you know, like, that's how everybody is, man, until they learn anything, you know, and then eventually start refining it and getting better. And like I said before, you know, the channel, like I think the channel look and feel is gonna stay what it is right now. um you know, maybe the logo will get refined as far as like it's still the same logo, just looks even better, you know, those type things, but not like little tweaks to it that make it more professionally looking. But like otherwise, you know, it's just like my focus most of the time, you know, it's like you say, why do you worry about so much about the logo and this and that, the other? My focus is because if it's visually appealing to you, if the audio sounds good, if I'm not yelling into the mic, I'm sorry when I do. Um, you know, you're more apt to want to check it out and stay. You know, if the audio is some bullshit or I'm always screaming, you know, or if the pictures look literally like a 5-year-old maybe possibly done it, even though some of them are out there pretty talented. You know, maybe you wouldn't be as intrigued by it. But like I just go into everything with not necessarily an idea of perfection, but to a degree, I have a standard that I want to continually try to build from, you know, so that way, I don't know, I'm always, I don't know, just trying to improve everything, like basically is the point. You know, and I don't know all the tricks and the trades yet, you know, and I know that I'm speaking to a small group of people every time I do this right now, because, you know, some of the things that I'm doing personally haven't necessarily picked up as much as like the music reactions. I get that too, you know, it's like, so I try not to bombard you with them, but I do hopefully, you know, hopefully with the look and the feel and, you know, obviously the content inside, eventually, hopefully this will pick up too, you know, but I want to do these live. I've said that in the last one, and I want to do these live in the you know, see maybe if there's a difference. You know, because it's nice to have a conversation with people when it's not like a, I don't know, it's not just a recorded video. It's literally live. It's like a real conversation versus, you know, some other thing. And I don't know. I think there's a value to that too. Like, obviously, you know, wherever I could pump myself out, as far as, you know, when you're talking about branding yourself and then throwing it out there to, you know, hopefully to the masses, you know, to get people to come, you know, but it's like, again, there's only going to be, you know, it's not that I can't get to be a, you know, giant channel maybe one day, but my point being is even then, you know, just like everybody else, only certain people are going to turn into you. Only certain people are going to understand where you're coming from, you know. So it's like I just try to, I guess the point is all that, and saying all that is like, you know, you as a channel, like I'm not trying to alienate anybody, you know, like I don't I don't care about half these topics that we bring up, you know, when it comes to consideration of, hey, come to my channel and like it, say nice things, and, you know, not necessarily nice things, but like, don't be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's the real thing there. It's like, just don't be a dick. Like, this is already, you know, I'm already putting myself out there. I mean, and again, I'm just talking for myself, and so you guys kind of see how I feel about things, you know, on the side that's like behind the music reactions kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's like, all I want to do is give you guys whatever the favorite artist is. Hopefully the song is so fire I'm losing my damn mind. You guys love the production of it. I say some insightful things and point a few things out. I mean, this is just the basic script, right? I mean, just honestly, but like, this is the ideal situation. You guys go absolutely crazy and all the fans of said person goes nuts, and then you guys share and comment, like and subscribe, and everybody's awesome, and that's it. You know, I mean, that is the goal. And then you're like, you know what, Sarge is pretty dope, and you know what, there went 10-15 minutes of my day, and I did kind of forget about, you know, the boss yelled at me earlier, or, you know, the wife's mad at me, or you know, I need to get back in the gym, and, you know, like, now I can go switch on Sarge's musical moments, and maybe some of those will pump me up, because, you know, that's kind of the idea of those too, is like, you know, some of them are to clear your mind, you know, and just kind of just, you know, take a minute for meditation, take a minute of self-reflection, do something, you know, that, take a breath, just stop and slow down for a second, and just sit there and take that breath and just be, okay, all right, now focus. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is, you know. And then others, you know, I make because I'm playing around with creativity and things and just trying to understand programs and stuff. And then at the same time, I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Put some fun, you know, pumped up music. Let's pump them up, you know, because you know some of the music, like I just want it to be, you know, um, something where you know you can just get excited, you know. And so again, the idea is like, you know, you're running to this music or you're working out to this music. You're not really thinking about the music as much as the tempo of said music a lot of times, but like, you know, and then you'll be like, oh, that was dope, you know. There went, I don't know, chest for the day if you did like 20 minutes or something, you know, on a couple different exercises, your supersetting or something. I don't know, or you're riding a bike, you know. And I realize some of these are a little bit um short for, say, like, you know, just straight up working out, unless you're doing something more basic, you know. It's like I would probably want to be on a bike for at least, you know, 20-30 minutes, you know. And most of my videos are like, I don't know, I think my longest one's like around 23, but like I don't see them getting longer than, unless I stitch them together. That's different, like some kind of special where like the music matches and I put some of them together, you know, maybe something like that. But like otherwise, I don't want them to be until I can get them to a much better quality. I don't want them to be longer. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at my Sarge's Tales, or my Sarge's um, travel adventures, my second channel. For those that don't know, it's down in the channel below. But like if you look in that, like that's going to be drone footage and muted music, and it's going to be real life footage. This is basically that, but like animated. It's almost semi, you know, and this allows me to create a little bit with it, you know. And so it's like a combination of those two. You know, it's footage of an image, and then, you know, me playing with it depending on what it is. And then in the other, it's real stuff. Like that's going to be like drone footage and vlogging and things like that, where there's going to be more like me talking in a video in the beginning and then saying what we're doing, and then kind of going through it. And some of them, the other ones probably are going to be more like just drone and ambient music, you know, but it'll be a real life footage of wherever we're at, you know. Eventually that is the idea with that. But like, you know, this is, like I said, the musical moments portion of them, you know, I don't think they're going to get that long. They're probably going to be, like I said, probably around 10 to 20 minutes, the majority of them. I don't think I want them to get any longer than that, because again, it's just like I don't know where they'll go, but like I would like them to do like the kind of numbers that, you know, Take Aim for Your Head does here. But like, again, it's more of a reminder, I guess, right? More of a, you just put on in the background and kind of forget, you know. And it's a reminder to be mindful for yourself, because, you know, you got work or you got some kind of responsibility most of the time, you know, maybe various amounts of responsibility. And it's just like, just take it off of your shoulders for a second, take a deep breath, think about the things that you want to accomplish for the day, because, you know, it's a day at a time here, you know. And then take a deep breath, take in something, one of these musical moments, hopefully, that, you know, sparks your interest. Watch, you know, meditate, whatever you got to do, you know. It just depends on what it is, you know. It's just a coping mechanism kind of thing, you know. And it's just something, you know. But then again, even if you're not doing, you know, you can study, you can work out, you can just have it on in the background while, like, you know, you do like the dishes, you know. It's stuff like that too. It doesn't have to be focused around your mental health, but it's a good way to do that. Like, you know, that's the idea behind it. But I guess to touch on earlier, you know, because I know I get going, no stories from start to finish, by the way, folks. I'm just very happy that YouTube has allowed me to do what we can do with the members now, because I felt like they were getting neglected and I wasn't sure, and I really didn't have, and still don't really have, like the time. And I don't want to, not to make this sound crazy, but like, I don't want my whole day right here, you know. And that's nothing against anybody that watches this stuff. It's like music and music reactions, podcasts and premieres and all the things that I do. like within my channel. I love it. I absolutely do love it, but I want to have a life outside of this, you know, and I should. Like I said, you know, go back to the first couple of these, and you know, it'll explain why I don't want to spend hour upon hour upon hour behind this desk. You know, it's like, but I do want to give it plenty of time and effort and attention, that you guys always have content and there's always something new to look at, or, you know, of some kind of, you know, you can see me evolving in something, and you can see, you know, channel changes. And like I said, you know, I really am about trying to find everybody that loves the music like we do, you know. And when I say we, I mean everybody that watches, but like, you know, there's a whole niche or niche, I guess, of people out there that love watching reactors react. There's a lot of people like watching podcasts. There's a lot of people, you know, and it's just like, I like a little bit of all that, you know, and so I kind of try to do, I don't like, look, you know, the music reaction, while the video is mine, the work isn't mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm trying to find things that my channel does solely too on top of that, or I'm creating these things. And while yes, some of the stuff like my podcast is using Aim to the Head officials, you know, music right now, you know, the majority of what you see is created by me, you know, and it's like, that's what I want it to be. You know, I want to have things that add substance to the channel that aren't just music reactions. I don't want to be a one-trick pony, but I understand how that kind of works with the algorithms sometimes, of pushing and pulling you around, and you know, and so not only that, but like being the fact that the musical moments are on 17 or 18 now, and this is only podcast 3, I realize it's going to take some time. You know, it's just all going to take some time, you know, and it's like, I'm not in any rush, but I do want to do things well. Like I've done enough, like I said, you know, I've done enough revision of the channel now. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks and the way it feels, and like, you know, what I'm doing here. Eventually, the only thing that I'm going to change down the road, other than keep trying to improve what you see, you know, my screen that you're looking at right now, like ultimately, I think, you know, I want to have a room behind me, you know, that can display a few things that look pretty dope and add to the mood and the flavor of how I want to do my music reactions and stuff. Be a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Like I think I want to do that, and then eventually maybe one day down the road, if I become popular enough and the channel takes off enough, you know, and that, you know, the first thing's the thing I can control, and then if all that happens, then I would like to get, like I said before, and I think episode 2, I just like to get an editor, just so that way it could be more professionally looking for you guys, basically, ultimately, you know, whatever it is. But you know, I don't know. So what's the future? Well, I'm going to tell you this. The musical moments are lined up all the way until January 5th. Yeah, because I'm only doing them on Fridays now. You know, so that gives me something to do weekly. Like I'm trying to do, you know, the musical, you're going to have the music reactions Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then you have Friday, the musical moments from me. Wednesday, if I have a podcast, that's when this is going to come out, this coming Wednesday. Which by the time you see this, it'll either be Wednesday or well beyond then by then. But that is the idea. But at the same time, like I'm not stuck every day. Like I just do little things, you know, and I'll do a video here and there and pop it out to the menu, you know, members, and then slot it correctly. So that way, you know, you guys get it when, you know, when the schedule basically falls. But basically the idea behind that is like, one, I want to continue to give you guys content, but like, you know, saturate the market with what I do, not in a bad way. It's just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know, or in this case, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Like I want you guys to have stuff, you know, and it's like, I want it to be a little bit different. I don't want it to always be, the same thing every time that you come to the channel. Like I do want consistency, obviously, you know, when you're expecting music reactions and things like that, but like I also like doing more stuff, you know, just, and we'll see how all that evolves down the road. You know, like I said, I've got a lot of things I want to tell you guys in the future. It's just not time yet, you know, and like there's a whole heap of things that I want to touch on, I want to talk on, and there's future things that are going to happen in life, and it's just like I'm excited about, but like I just we're not there yet, you know, and it's like I'm not there yet, and it's like once that happens, then I'll let it all out, you know, and then you guys will know what you're gonna know. But like I don't know. Um I just like I said, I've got a lot on the horizon, and it's all gonna be within the next 10 months probably total. You know, I'll say that. Um but I don't know. You know, um videos. Thank you guys, you know, watching the videos out there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tolerating my long-winded music reactions. You know, and watching my childlike drawings and different things that I do when it comes to the musical moments. And you know, again, just a fledgling channel. Like I don't think I'm more important than anybody else, and I realize a lot of times, you know, you guys go to other people to see content before you see it from me, but that's because that's how the algorithm pushes it out. I mean, you know, more than likely, if it's hip hop related, you know, you're going to see it from like No Life Shack, or even, you know, somebody like Cliff Beats, you know, or That Singer Reacts, or, you know, because they're bigger channels. It just is what it is. I get that. Like, I'm not in competition with any of these guys. That's not even the focus, you know. It's just, like I said, I would like to get to their level. I'd like to get to their level. You know, and it's just like, it is what it is, but I'm just thankful that you guys are here. I really am. You know, I'm thankful for what you guys have watched, and the nice, beautiful comments that the majority of you make. And, you know, I'm just really thankful for all that. And it's, you know, it's important that you guys know that pretty much every time. You know, I don't say it every time I get on the stream, you know, thank you for watching, but it truly is, that's what it's meant for. Like I mean it. I think that, you know, it's like I just, you know, you guys are the lifeblood of the channel. You know, even if it's some random person that, you know, they didn't necessarily care about my reaction, or they didn't care for it. Okay, I'm not for everybody. I I'm okay with that, you know. But I mean, what do you expect me to to think and say? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what it is. It's like I hate that I have to market myself. You know what I'm saying? I hate that part of it, but I also understand it, and I know you guys understand it. And it's just like, but I like the part I want is just, you know, to come out here and do, you know, bring you content, and then people naturally just, you know, hey, I think he's cool. I like him. You know, that's, but that's not how life works sometimes. And I don't want to be a burden on people and things, but like that's just how it is how it all has to go out there. But anyway, moving on from that. So January, man, more music reactions. You know, like I said, I've got the musical moments up till January 5th, every Friday till then, which isn't very long from now. It's only like a half a month. Um, so I've got a couple of those out there. I mean, all you have to do is look on the, like I said, the members portion. You'll see that. More music reactions. I'm going to do more Demosh. But what I really am going to do is I'm going to swing back to some of the artists I hadn't covered in a while. I think I'm going to do some more postmodern jukebox coming soon. Um, Trying to think. I'm going to do some more Stan Walker, even though I know he just was recently found, and so was Avi. There's some Avi reactions up there in the members only. Again, urge you guys, spend $1. Come on, man, it's $1. No, I look, no purchase required. That's only a joke. They'll come out to you no matter what. But like, if you can, I appreciate it. But like, no, hey, look, I'm not going to spoil them. Go watch them when, whether they're public, or if you do become a member, or if you're a member now, thank you. But like, when they do come out, I hope you love them. I'm digging that dude, man. I'm digging him. I really like him. I like him so much better. And I said this in the music reaction, so I'm not like spoiling anything here. I just like him so much better than I thought that I liked him in Pentatonics. I think what we see today is a much better version. I think it's because he's allowed to be himself and he doesn't have to fight with the creativity as far as like what the look and feel of whatever the song and every he can just do it his way, you know, what he wants to do. And I think it serves him well. It's sort of American folk, modern day mountain man, sort of religious, sort of mental health healing. He's multi-diverse, man. I've heard a couple different songs, and while I didn't mention it in the reactions, I'm gonna tell you, man, like it's like this dude has multiple different voices because of the different pitches that he chooses to sing certain songs in, and it's fantastic. Uh, it just hits a different way, I guess, you know. Um, yeah, to touch on, I said Dimash earlier. You know, I didn't realize I hadn't done him in three months. But like, I'm going back around to some of the artists I haven't touched since the beginning and seeing if there's anything new. I saw there's something from um, Meet Me on the Horizon. I think that's the name of them. Might do that. You know, I'm gonna check out, like I said before, more Stan Walker. Might come back around to some Dax, see if there's anything out there. You know, obviously trying to get to some of your requests. You know, when it comes to like, I'm taking a little bit of break from Deanna because I know I kind of Deanna the crap out of you guys for a while, and it's like, look, I love her. Oh my God, do I love her? But I want to be fair. You know, I want to be fair, and I also want to showcase some other artists I love too. You know, I love them all for different reasons, though. You know, it's like every artist I bring on the channel is talented in some way, and it's probably way more talented than me and the average human in most ways, you know, or in the way that they're presenting. And it's just like, you know, so I'm not trying to like be disrespectful to any of them, but like, you know, I got to move the music around a little bit. You know, I realize that kind of puts me in different pockets um, with music reactions sometimes too. Like I have, like I said in the second one, I have a lot of European bands and or subscribers and some members because for whatever reason I'm just sort of in that algorithm, you know. But you know, when you're covering people like Aurora, Dimash, Diana, Easy Mill, I realize that's not European, but I mean you're gonna get people across the globe. Like I realize not all of them are European, but like I'm just saying in general, like the rest of the world, like I'm kind of more in tune with that than sometimes the American viewers of that you know. It's just like, but it's the artist you guys like, because I love whoever it is, you know, you guys are attached to them. Like I'm not mad about it. I don't care. I don't care where you're from. I'm happy to have you. I don't care if you come from Russia. I don't care if you come from Taiwan. I don't care if you come from North Carolina to Hawaii, all the way to, I don't know, some little Laos or something. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You could be from Italy. You could be from, like, you know, the thing is, like I said, you know, the channel's all inclusive. Just don't come in and be a dick. It's easy, man. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so basically, like I said, I'm just going to circle around. I'm going to circle around, and I'm going to do some of those type artists, you know, see if there's something out there that catches my eye that I can do, that, you know, just let the, you know, because I hadn't covered Nightwish in a long time, just recently did them. Ginger I haven't covered, Sabaton in a while, and that's a huge amount of my viewers. Sabaton is. And don't get me wrong, look, I love it. Like I love it for that reason, though. It's sort of military or history buffs, or you know, because they're not demonizing anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I kind of want the music reactions to be. It's like, look, yeah, it's somebody's art, and maybe they're making a statement, but don't come at me sideways because of it, okay? You know, and even if I have an opinion, again, like if I have an opinion you don't like, it's okay. You could still like me, you know. We could see eye to eye on something else. It's fine. You know, it's like, I don't, like, there's no human being, if you truly knew every one of their thoughts, I don't care who it is. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your wife, or your husband, or something of that nature. You're not going to agree with every thought they have. It's okay. Let it go. You know, it's like, But I see that they try that a lot with smaller channels, because when you're so big, you're too big to even see it, because the people there really love you, and you know, you'll get a troll here and there, but like again, they get flooded, and or the members come after them. But like the most, you know, when it's a smaller channel, you know, like every other human, when people say things, of course, you know, the things that stand out sometimes are the negative. Now, if it's constructive criticism, even if you don't like what was said, but it was constructive, that's one thing. It's all about how you say stuff too. You know, you come out here and you sound like a dumbass, well, you're going to get treated like a dumbass. But like, you know, the majority of the people, like I said, on the channel, and I'm only bringing this to light again simply because they really didn't have this problem in gaming. But I see bigger channels that are in gaming that do get their trolls. I know it does happen. I see it. I mean, trolls are everywhere, right? You know, just is what it is. If they want to, if they're unhappy because they didn't like a previous version of me in a portion of my life where maybe I was the villain in their story, hey, I'm sorry. I learned from it. I hope you know it. But at this point, if you're still hating on me and it's been years, or you don't like that I'm more successful than you, even though, I mean, like, really, again, I'm a small channel. You know, it's like, maybe I am successful. I think I'm successful, but like, I don't think I'm not Jacksepticeye here. This is, you're not looking at Mr. Beast here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ridiculous in my thought process with this, you know? So it's like, understand, I'm not in competition with you. I'm in competition with old me. That's everything. Let's get into mental health here for a minute, for just a quick thought. The only person I compete with every single day, in case anybody watches this and thinks that I'm still have some kind of grudge out there for anybody, I don't care who it is. Anybody in my life, or anybody that I've ran into when it comes to the channels or any other crap, I'm only competing with old me. And because I know I can do better on my side. You know what? You're only going to do what you're going to do. And that's just it. That's it, man. It's like, I'm in such a good place mentally anymore. Like, there was a time, and I've said it, and you know, there's been some music reactions lately with Avi, I won't get too much into it, where it touched on things that I thought where in my past, whether it was self-inflicted, because some of it definitely was, and it was definitely 100% my fucking fault. And then there was other times where situations popped up that I couldn't control that were pretty unfair. I'm not blaming anybody. I'll take all the responsibility for it. Let me say that. But now, like, all those people in my past, or, you know, people like, because this is where you got to get in your life. Like I said, we're going to talk about mental health here for just a second. Like, I'm using my examples, but think about it in your own life and how you would, you know, do this. But like, the reality to it is forgive everybody in your life, man. Forgive them all. Because holding on to the anger, the grudge, the whatever, it's not mentally healthy, right? The best revenge that you can do is just be a better version of yourself each and every day. Why is that? Because you're not, one, focused on revenge, because that's not the move, right? No, the only thing you can do is be and keep getting better as a person, you know? If I was ever faced with any of these situations again, that maybe I was the bad guy in the past or whatever, I'd probably deal with it differently. That's why, you know, it's life. It's a learning process, right? That's how we all, you know, go through life. You go through something. Sometimes you don't always handle it the way that you probably should have, and realize you screwed up, and whether that's irreversible damage or not, and then you learn from it, you know? Some of us takes a little longer. Some of us takes more than one time. The point is that you get it and you didn't quit. You didn't give up. Like, granted, the other people that wish that you would have got it sooner probably are a little upset by it, and I get that. But like, be excited at the fact that I know better now. In my case, and in your case, however it goes for you, you know, they should still probably, you know, ultimately cheer, because you're not that person anymore, you know? And like, I know I'm not giving any specific examples because this is all subjective to what in your life, you know? And it's just, but this is how I'm thinking about it. You know, what I mean by that is like, just let go of all that drama. Forgive all those people and work on yourself. And that's basically what I tried to do. You know, I changed diet. I know I've said this a couple times. I've changed diet, I've changed exercise, I've changed thought process. I mean, I've um I manifest, I meditate, I work on myself quite a bit, and with like not the reckless regard that I had before. You know, I'm not saying there's not moments of impulse, but like, just eating better, just a simple thing is being more active and eating better is so much better for your life that you don't even realize how it can affect your mental health. Because after years of eating like shit, you know, you start to feel that way, and it will play a part in your mental health. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, again, I'm a skinny dude. I'm in pretty good shape. Okay, I've never been some like bigger guy. I'm not shaming or anything. I'm just saying, like, that's never been, like, body image has never really been my problem. But like, that's the thought process I have is, oh man, I have all this bad eating I'm doing. And when I say bad eating, yes and no. Like, it's better than a lot of people out there, but it's still worse than I wanted to eat. And I was eating tons of like red meat and things that like was going to invoke lots of cholesterol and high fats and things, and not the good fats for you, but like, the bad ones. And it's like the size portions and things of that nature. Like, I've tried to dial all that down, and it's not because my doctor told me to, or because I'm under some like, he's having a midlife crisis, or no, I did it because I finally realized that's what I had to do in order to, like, if you're going to be better for yourself, you got to kind of work from head to toe, inside and outside, and like, you got to take all the necessary steps. And it's not an easy process. Like, I used to vape, I used to smoke all the time. I had a guy the other day, he was like, he was trying to give me pointers, and it was constructive. I mean, there was a few little kind of sort of underhand comments, but like, he was like, you like to hear yourself talk. Not really. I mean, I like to do podcasts, and I like to talk. I like to talk about things I think that matter, but not to listen to myself talk. No, not really. Like, that's not it, but like, but his thing was like, you can't stop vaping for 20 minutes. It was Frank Tedesco reaction that I'd done, one of the early ones. Like, I gave that up 7-8 months ago now. Like, I realized that it doesn't look as professional as I want it to, probably coming across to you guys. And then at the same time, yeah, I could have at very minimum just not did it during the reaction, right? I mean, you guys would have never known. But like, I'm glad that I gave it up. I gave that up. I gave, just infinite ways of things, just gave up being a prisoner to my own mind and playing victim to my own mind anymore. Just like, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like, look, it really is what that is. It is just, not playing into all the triggers anymore, and not being surprised, and like, just not letting the negativity come into when you finally get to where I think I'm finally at, in this bubble of positivity, like when the arrows are being shot, but you're sitting in a tank, right? It just bounces off. It doesn't matter, man. Again, and what, it's like I said, it's not a competition. Like, I just hope everybody gets to that point, and your point, your place may be different. It's not like a one size fits all. We already know that with mental health, right? Like, just in general. Okay. That's why I do all the things I do, is because I know there was times in my life that this was out of control, man. I didn't understand it. And I know other people are in that same kind of place, and they're looking for little small bits of time where they can get a little bit of relief, and just, and I can talk it forever about that, looking for little glimmers of hope throughout the day, or little distractions that help them process more for the day and take on what they need to until they can get home and hopefully make some sense of it. And because your house, your home, That's supposed to be your place of peace, of tranquility, and and you gotta set it up like that. And if there's things and people that are, then you gotta take care of that too, because you're never gonna get it. It's like, I realized that in my past, I was probably that person that had so much unrest, and these other people, sometimes weren't finding their peace. And then there's other times I felt like that was how it was for me, and but I guess when it's all said and done, when we get down to the very last statement with this, is I feel great. I've done a ton, man. I've done a ton of things to try to feel better and be better and do better for myself. Now, what is it going to get me? Peace of mind for now. Peace of mind. In that peace, that's the biggest thing right there. Peace. I could talk at length at this too. I'm not chasing money. I'm not chasing people. I'm not chasing clout. I'm not, like, look, I'm doing my own thing here. If you guys want to get on board, that's great. I would love it. I appreciate it when you do. I'm not going to beg you for shit. I can do for me, no matter what, whether it's this channel or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's where you want to be. And that's how I feel. But at the same time, I really love doing this. I do. I like the podcast. I like the musical moments. And I like doing the music reactions, because it's all three different things of different topics all the time, man. I mean, now granted, these first couple episodes of Tales from the Trenches, they're just informational. They're, like I said, I really do want to take these live, and I don't know what point we'll get to the lives, but we will. And just get to that point where we can start having open conversations and things down the road. Maybe I'll even do some music reactions, kind of bring those into it as well, if we want to tie both of them together. Or maybe I'll preview sometimes some of my new stuff, and you don't have to be a member to see it first, that kind of thing. Maybe I'll do some stuff like that. I think that would be fun. I mean, again, I really want all this to be inclusive and just everybody to enjoy it. That's the whole goal. That's kind of been the whole theme of what today's topic has been. I hope you guys have loved it. I know I ramble a lot about a bunch of different things, and it's like, I just want you to know, like, what's on my mind, what I'm thinking, what the thought process is for the channel currently, and like where it's going to go. And like, this is kind of the way to do that at the moment, without having to have like 50,000 community posts. I don't know. That light is super bright, by the way. That's why I look like what I'm doing. Because I've got I've got these, I got these windows, and I've got blinds. I thought about putting like little curtains over or something, because it would make this a little bit clearer, because it does look fuzzy, but that's from the sunlight or this giant light I got in my face. So I'll figure that out eventually one day too. And that's another thing. Like, I wouldn't be streaming it'd be dark. This would all be dark, and there'd be like colored lights and cool stuff in the background. It wouldn't be some of this other craziness. But anyway, that's another story, man. Like, I guess, like I said, the whole point is just to give you, these first 3 episodes have been nothing but just me trying to establish this podcast, and then number 2, just kind of make it informational. I realize it's not like mind-blowing, discoveries here or anything, like, I don't have these big giant announcements that need to be made, like little things, eventually maybe there'll be bigger things. They'll probably be bigger to me, some of them, than they will be to you. It's like, but understand this, man, we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to have fun. The podcasts aren't stopping. The musical moments aren't stopping. The music reactions aren't stopping. We're going to keep doing all that till the wheels fall off, man. And hopefully, like I said, that just brings more people into the fold, because that's been always the idea. And it's like, again, it's only because I love sharing music with them, or I love sharing creativity with them, or I like to having, podcasts where I can talk with you guys and things, and just, talk about stuff that's not necessarily like I like giving you more of a behind the scenes You know, that's why it's called Tale from the Trenches. You know, these are the trenches, you know, and it's like, let me tell you about them a little bit. You know, for those out there that are a little interested in what it's like to do this, and maybe you're going to do it yourself, and, or maybe you just want to know what it's like, you know, being behind the scenes of being an individual that I know that, you know, I'm just a music reaction guy, or a, I don't know, an influence guy, or a podcast guy, or, you know, whatever. I'm not doing anything like record breaking at this moment. I realize that, but like everybody that you see that's famous, this is how they started, you know. And I just want to give you, not that I think I'm going to be famous or any of this other stuff, maybe I will be, but so not the focus, you know what I'm saying? Like the focus is just like, I want you guys to enjoy yourself, and I want you to be well in your lives, and I want you to take good care of yourselves, and I want you to come jam out with me and have some fun when it's all said and done. And that's really it. Not get too deep into anything. Just let's come in and have a nice little life distraction. Let's bop along with Sarge. Let's pick up some energy, you know, if it's a good happy song, hopefully, because you know, I like the ones that are dramatic, or like bangers, and or like heavy fun, you know. But like, yes, there's going to be sad songs, and there's going to be thought-provoking songs, and whatever out there. I get that too, but you know, and there's a place for it all. But if I had my preference, man, it'd all be like I said, this Aim to the Head official music here, man. It's dope. All this stuff is dope. Guys, go check him out. Again, I just wanted to mention him one more time. 281,000 subscribers. Aim to the Head official. They're fantastic. The music, like, there's something for everybody. They do 8-minute videos to hours and hours at a time. If you're not, you know, used to that, like I said, the links will be down below. But again, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody coming in and watching that does. Don't forget to leave a like. Please go check out the merch. It is holiday season. You know, maybe you need a stocking stuffer out there. I've got, you know, pint glasses. I've got t-shirts. I've got hoodies. I've got, you know, watch caps and hooded sweatshirts, zip ones, a coffee mug out there. I think there's like 7 different things, man. I don't try to go too crazy with that, but like, I think those are pretty good essential at the moment until they come out with something really dope. But you know, check them out. I tried to make them as cheap as I possibly could, just so that way, you know, because again, it's not about trying to make money off you guys, you know. You buying it is enough, you know. That's the support, you know. It's like, that's all I care. I didn't care if I made a dime off of it. It's more of you pushing a product for me. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, if you're wearing my t-shirt out there and it has my logo on it and it says a few little things on it, it's a talking piece, you know, or, you know, whatever. Or maybe it's this comfy crap that you wear in your house when nobody sees you. I don't care. I just appreciate the support. There's social media out there, obviously. It's you know, X. It's Instagram and Threads. I used to be on TikTok, man, but I couldn't get into it, man. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I loved it. I love what I'm doing with this other stuff more. You know, it's more like, I'm not, you know, for what I'm doing, you know, it's just like, let me upload my shorts and stuff, you know, from YouTube instead of putting them both. I realize I could just copy it and put it over there, but like, it's another step. Like, I'm doing enough promotion, I think, at this point. You know, maybe down the road, I'll have a team, you know, but right now it's like, I've got enough media spots as far as I'm concerned. Like, you know, but like, again, there's a store, there's a community page, there's social media. We're almost to 1 million views. That's super dope on the channel in total. I think I was at like 981,000 or so. 1 million views, man. My first stream, well, you guys won't see it. I don't know, 3 people. Maybe 1 long-term person that watched pretty much the entire time. Mom. So I'm super grateful, man, when I get you guys' support on anything. Whether it's 3 views or 3,000 views or 3 million views. You know, it doesn't matter to me. With that being said, hey, we're going to wrap this up. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for, you know, supporting me in all the different ways. And again, it's not so much about being an infomercial and, hey, buy Sarge's shit. You know, it's more so of this is why I do it. You know, like, yeah, I want to explain it a little bit first, but then, you know, the why I do it is just what I've told you. You know, I want everybody to come in and have a good time, and I hope you do. With that being said, I've been Sarge. Eat well, be safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.